So I was talking with my wife about Captain Marvel. She's not the biggest Marvel fan as a whole, and she was curious about it. So I was kind of explaining the plot, and I realized, wait a minute, this is the worst movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only that, but it is not a pro-woman movie at all. In fact, it's an anti-woman movie. Throughout the entire plot, with the few exceptions of a few little dings against men or a few little dings for women, the plot of the movie is completely anti-woman. Let me kind of get into why. Obviously, yeah, there's going to be spoilers in this. If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this video or whatever. It's a terrible movie. Who cares? Maybe watch this video and then watch the movie and see if I'm right. Starting off with the main character, Carol Danvers, spends almost the entire movie led around by a man, whether that's her mentor, whether that's Nick Fury, or whether it's the Skrull leader. The entire time, any point where the plot moves forward, with the exception of the very end of the movie, anytime the plot moves forward, it's being moved forward by a man and her just being dragged along. She is just a dumb cannon who the man points and she shoots. Now, there are times where she tries to be her own woman and do her own thing, and it doesn't progress the plot at all, if barely. All it does is link her to the next scene where a man can lead her to actually progress the plot. Super negative female stereotype there, that a woman needs a man to lead her around because a woman is too stupid to figure it out herself. Now, throughout the entire movie, there's also this whole theme, there's a word, theme, where she's too emotional. It's a negative stereotype, right? Women are too emotional. And she does nothing to change at all throughout the entire movie. And I was watching that and thought, oh, this is going to be cool. Like, she's going to be emotional and unstable a little bit, but then she's going to learn maybe that her emotions are okay, but she has to channel them and use them to her advantage instead of let them control her. No, not at all. No, just, I'm emotional. Fuck off. And now I'm going to kick your ass because I'm super powerful. And that's it. No growth at all. In the meantime, all the men are telling her to be less emotional. Now, that's not a negative stereotype for women at all, right? Lastly, my third point here is, throughout the middle of the movie, the character, Carol Danvers, decides to change sides in this war that she barely has any stake in to begin with, let alone trust the Skrull at all. But she decides to fight for them because plot, I guess. So the Skrull leader comes up to her and has a parlay and tries to talk her down from fighting. Now, I thought when I was watching this movie that it was going to be like he's tricking her. Don't listen. It's a trick. The guys are shapeshifters. They can mimic voices. They can get in your head. Come on, you're not the stupid. And as I'm watching the movie, I realized, wait, this is actually the direction they're going with the movie. Okay, fine. But again, a man leads her to this revelation, not a woman, not herself. She doesn't figure out much on her own. It's always a man leading her to some revelation, teaching her something, mansplaining to the main character of the movie why she's wrong. No. Yeah, this is such a pro-feminine movie. This is the best feminist movie I've ever seen. I'm surprised that there aren't white men who hate women who aren't praising this movie for how great it is. Now, let me be clear. I thought this movie was terrible. Every other Marvel movie that focuses on a single superhero, i.e. other than the Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy, you see some real character growth. They come in with a problem, some character flaw, and they become more. I think Captain America was a little less to that degree, but you see some growth throughout each of these movies, with the exception of Captain Marvel. All she does is she is basically a caveman with an AR-15 because she has this little chip in her neck that restricts her powers to some degree. And then she becomes super powerful because feminism. Really, that's the reason why, because feminism. Watch the movie. And then she breaks the chip off and she can suddenly completely control the power because, again, she's a woman. And then she becomes a caveman with a machine gun. No reason. No reason at all. And all of a sudden she's a super badass person because, I guess, because she's a woman and she's super powerful. No growth, no intelligence. She rarely uses any kind of independent thought throughout the entire movie. In the movie, you see Nick Fury using some wit and intelligence and stealth, and Carol Danvers just goes around blowing stuff up the entire movie, blasting her way through blindly. So they painted Carol Danvers' character as an emotional, unintelligent woman who changes her mind on her own whim and needs a man to lead her around. Now, if you, feminist, want to turn that into your pro-female icon, then you go ahead. I won't stop you, but I will laugh at you. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video with a little bit of a different change of pace. If you didn't like it, go away. I don't care. End of video.